Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fine and doing well in your studies. So as we have already started with our fourth chapter of grammar, that is noun, and I have already explained you the meaning of noun. So noun is the name of a person, place, thing, feeling or an idea. So all these are known as noun. After that I explained you about the proper noun and the common noun. So proper noun are the specific name given to a person, place or a thing is called proper noun, and the common nouns are the common names given to all the things of a class are called common nouns. Common name given to all the things of a class are called common noun. After that I explained about concrete noun and the abstract noun. So concrete nouns are the nouns having physical existence, the things or the nouns having physical existence that we can see, we can touch. So all these nouns are known as concrete noun. So after that I explained about the abstract nouns. The abstract nouns are not having any physical existence and we cannot see or touch the abstract nouns. We can only feel abstract nouns. So now today we are going to start with our next topic, that is countable and uncountable nouns. So this is our last topic of nouns, that is countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns are the nouns that can be counted and uncountable nouns are the nouns that cannot be counted. So I am just writing the examples here. First I write the examples of countable nouns. So just like fan, pen, story, car. So all these are the examples of countable noun. Now uncountable noun. So now I will write the examples of uncountable noun. So just like I am writing here, water, oil, air, sugar. So all these are the uncountable nouns. Okay, so these are the countable nouns and these are the uncountable nouns. So we can count the countable nouns in numbers. Just like I can say here, a fan, 2 pens, 3 stories, 4 cars. That means I can count the countable nouns in 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on numbers. Whereas by seeing these uncountable nouns, anybody can tell that it is difficult to count the number of these uncountable nouns. Just like water and oil, both are in its liquid form, liquid state, and it is very difficult to count the liquid noun. In the same way, air is in its gaseous form and even we cannot count air. And sugar, the particles of sugar are so small in size that you cannot count those small particles. So therefore sugar is also uncountable. So water, oil, air, sugar we cannot count these nouns. After that, next is we generally use a, an or plurals with our countable nouns. So like if we can say a fan, a pen, an umbrella, and here stories, cars. So all these are the countable nouns. So we can write here that a, an or plurals are used. So in countable nouns we use a, an or plurals with the countable nouns. Whereas in case of uncountable nouns we can't say a water, even we can't say an oil or an air or sugars, airs. So we can't say this. So we can write here a and plurals are not used. So a and plurals are not used in uncountable nouns. But we can not count the uncountable nouns, but we can count the units of the uncountable noun. So, okay, so suppose here I am giving you one example. If I say a glass of water, so here I cannot count water, but I can count the glass. So similarly I can say a glass of water, 2 glasses of water, 3 glasses of water. So here I can count the number of glasses. I cannot count the quantity of water in these glasses, but I can count the number of glasses here. In the same way, if I say 1 liter oil, 2 liters oil, 3 liters oil. So again I can count the unit liter here, that is 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, but I cannot count oil. Here. In the same way here, for sugar also, I can say 1 kg sugar, 1 kilogram sugar, 2 kilogram sugar, 3 kilogram sugar. Here again the same thing. I can count the unit kilogram, but I cannot count sugar. So now here it is clear that in uncountable noun, the nouns are not countable. We cannot count the nouns in number, but we can count the units of nouns in number. Just like the unit glass, I told you the unit liters, ounce, pounds, or kilograms. So all these can be counted in numbers. Next is our next topic. If we want to ask a question, so in case of countable noun, if we want to ask a question, the question will start with how many. Like, how many pens do you have? How many cars do you have? So here the question starts with how many. And in case of uncountable nouns, here as we have to ask about the quantity, then the question will start with how much. How much. Like, how much water is there in the glass, or how much sugar is there in coffee. So here the question starts with how much. So suppose if I know the answer of these questions, so in that case I will say I am having 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens. But if in case I don't know the exact number of pens I am having, so in that case I will use the quantity expression. Okay, so in that case I will use the quantity expression to give my answer. So here when I use the quantity expression to give the answer of how many and how much, if how many is given in question, that means numbers has been asked in question. If how much is given, that means the quantity is asked in question. So if I have to give the answer of this how many and I don't know the exact number here, so in that case I will say a few. That means I am having a few pens. And in case of uncountable noun, here I will say a little. That means there is a little water in the glass. Okay, so here will say a little and here will say a few. But if the number is big or the quantity is big, in that case if we have to give the answer, so here we'll say here that I am having many pens. There are many pens in my bag. So here we'll write many. So there are many pens in my bag. In the same way here, if the same question is asked about the quantity, so we'll write here much. So there is much water in the glass. There is much water in the glass. Even not only that, we can also write here a lot of. So there are a lot of pens in my bag, or there is a lot of water in the glass. There is a lot of water in the glass. After that, here you can see that a lot of can be used for both countable as well as uncountable noun. In the same way, there is one more, that is some. This can also be used for both countable as well as uncountable noun. So just like I am giving you one example here, that some apples of this basket are rotten. So here apples are a countable noun. So some apples of this basket are rotten. So here apple is the countable noun. In the same way, if I say there some water is left in the glass. Okay, now we can say that some and a lot of, it can be used for both countable and uncountable noun. So children, I think it is clear. Till there it is clear to you. So this chapter is over, and from next class we'll start with our next chapter. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you.